My name's Haley. I'm going to be your social worker today. What's your name?
Heather.
Heather. Nice to meet you, Heather. How was your drive in here today?
It was a little snowy, but I made it.
You made it? That's good. How do you deal with the cold weather? Do you like it?
I'd rather stay in bed.
Me too, trust me. But before we really get started today, I just want to go over confidentiality and let you know that anything that is said between us will stay between us, unless it could be harmful to yourself or somebody else. And in that case, I'll have to tell my supervisor. Is that all right with you?
Yep.
Do you have any questions about that?
I don't think so.
Okay. If you have any questions as we go along, just let me know and I'll answer them as we continue, okay?
Sounds good.
So what brought you in here today, Heather?
I'm having a little issue and I'm scared to tell my mother about.
Okay. What's that issue?
I like to do math sometimes.
Okay. And how do you feel when you do math?
Calm. I don't know. Invincible.
Invincible. So, you like to do math because it makes you feel invincible, like you can take on the world?
Yep.
Yeah. How do you think your mom's going to respond to this?
She'll probably say, Heather, when I taught you better.
Okay. How do you think the rest of your family would respond if they knew this information?
They'll probably send me away.
Why do you think they would send you away?
Because they don't like other people to know problems within our family because we live in a small town.
Okay. So it sounds like you think they would send you away because they would almost be embarrassed of if the rest of the town found out about your problem. How do you feel about the meth? Do you think it's a problem?
It's a little costly, but...
Who do you usually do the meth with?
Myself.
By yourself?
Yep.
How do your friends feel about this?
They don't know. I'm kind of a loner.
How did you become involved with this drug if you do it by yourself?
Well, I saw him making it one day on TV and I thought it looked interesting. So then I looked it up online and whipped up a batch.
Okay, so you make it completely yourself at home?
Yep, it's a dangerous process.
It sounds like that would be a very dangerous process. How do you feel knowing that this is illegal, what you're doing?
I guess it feels like it's probably a little risky, and if you don't put all the stuff together right, you could blow up. There's a whole bunch of stuff. That's why I needed help.
Who did you get help with?
That's why I came to you.
Oh, okay. Do you have any past history with drug use?
Nope.
You've never done any other types of drugs in the past?
No.
Okay. How long have you been doing meth?
3 months.
3 months now. So it sounds like, that's quite a long time to be keeping this secret from everybody and just doing it by yourself. How do you think you would want to tell your family about this?
I think I'd want to tell them separately because my dad would definitely just want to kick me out and be an ass about it. But my mom's a lot more understanding, so she might take it a little better.
Okay, so it sounds like you would want to tell your mom first because she'd be a lot more understanding about the situation.
And then she could talk to my dad for me, kind of.
Okay, well I think that's a really big strength that your mom is more understanding and that she would be willing to talk to your dad about this. What are your feelings on the continuation of the meth use? Do you want to stop or do you want to keep using it?
I'd probably be forced to stop if my family found out, but that's probably the best case scenario right now.
Is if you do stop? Why do you think that?
Well, all the stuff he makes together is costly, rots your teeth,
lot of negative health effects that do occur from methamphetamine use. You are correct. What is your financial situation like right now? You mentioned that it's costly to make this.
Oh, I live with my mother. And just when she gives me allowance, I usually spend it on bad stuff.
Okay, so you don't have a job or any source of income for yourself right now?
No, I'm a full-time college student. I'm poor.
Okay, and what do you go to college for?
Social work.
Social work.
I want to be a rehabilitation counselor.
Okay, well, I think that if you do end up quitting your meth use, that could be a really important job for you because you would have personal insight that you could use with your clients. So I think that could be a really big strength for you. How much longer do you have left with school?
A year.
A year. Okay. Do you have any positions in mind at where you would want to look for a job in the future at these rehab centers?
Probably someplace around here. I don't know quite what position I'd want within the company, but anyone that would let me in, I could probably move on up through the system.
Okay. Well, I do have a lot of contacts at the residential centers who I can get information from and bring that to you for our next meeting if you would like. Just to give you a little heads up so you can start looking towards the future and what you would be interested in. Which
Sounds
places?
good.
Okay. Now, you mentioned that you would feel more comfortable telling your mother first, correct?
Yep.
Okay. And if you were to tell your mom, where would this take place?
Probably in the kitchen somewhere, sitting at the kitchen table.
Okay. Why sitting at the kitchen table?
I don't know. That's usually where she drinks her coffee and relaxes.
Okay. So it sounds like the kitchen is just kind of a comfortable place for you guys to talk.
Yep.
Okay. I have this technique I would like to try out if you would be willing. It's called a behavioral rehearsal, and it's almost like a role play that we would do where I would be you and you would be your mother. And we could go through the best and the worst case scenario of you telling your mother that about your methamphetamine use and how you've been making it and stuff. Would you like to try that?
Sure.
Okay. It just kind of gives us an idea, gives you and me both an idea of what to expect when you do tell your mother and what you would like to get out of it. Okay. So you will play your mother and I will play you, and we'll start with the worst case scenario, and we'll start the role play now. Okay. Hi, Mom. I gotta talk to you about something.
Okay.
Well, for the past 3 months, I have been
Losing weight?
Did you notice?
Yeah. I thought you looked good.
Well, I haven't been losing weight a healthy way. I've been losing weight because I've been doing drugs.
Are you serious?
I've actually, for the past 3 months, I've been doing meth.
How?
I looked it up on the internet and I found my own directions, and every time I've been getting allowance from you, that's what I've been putting the money towards. I've just been making it myself. But I'm coming to you now and telling you about it because I think it would be best if I stop, but I need your support in helping me.
That's terrible.
Would you be willing to help me though, Mom, and give me your support?
I would have to think about it, seeing as you've already screwed us over using our money to make drugs and inside our home.
I know, I'm really sorry, and I was really scared to tell you about it. That's why I waited so long, because I knew you and Dad wouldn't react very well. But I really do want your support, and I want to change.
Okay, we'll work on it.
Okay. So we'll end the behavioral rehearsal there. So that was the worst case scenario. So how do you feel about that?
I don't know. I still think she'd be a little angrier, but
You think she would be angrier than she actually was there?
yeah.
Okay. Well then, rather than doing the best case scenario, how about we do more of a realistic scenario of what you think is really going to happen when you go
Okay.
and tell your mom. Okay, so we can get an idea of what to expect.
Yep.
Okay. So we'll start that behavior rehearsal now. Okay.
Okay.
Hi Mom, I gotta talk to you about something.
Sounds serious.
It is really serious. I came to meth and doing it for the past 3 months.
You're kidding, right?
No, I'm not kidding. And that's why I came to you, because I want your support, because I want to change.
Well, I think it's good that you want to change and quit this lifestyle, but you know that your father and I will be fairly disappointed in you for your actions that you've made.
I know, and I know you'll be disappointed in me, but I want to change and I want to become somebody that you guys will be proud of. As you know, I'm almost got my degree. I only have a year left, and I want to work at a rehab center and try to help people that have gone through something that I'm.
Well, are you
going through now.
willing to go to a rehab center if it's necessary?
If it's necessary, yeah, because I want to change for you.
Okay, as long as you're willing to try everything possible.
Okay. Okay, so we'll end the behavior rehearsal there. So do you think that's realistically how it could go?
Yeah,
Yeah. And how does that make you feel?
relieved.
Relieved? What will your dad's reaction be like when your mom tells him?
Probably be like, get the hell out. I don't know. He's usually pretty blunt.
Do you think your mother could kind of get him to understand?
Yeah, she's usually the person that can make him see a different perspective of things.
Okay. Well, I think that's a really big strength, that your mom is very understanding and that she does have that influence over your dad and getting him to understand your situation. Now, during the behavioral rehearsal, you mentioned that you lost some weight. Well, your mom observed that you lost some weight. Has she said anything to you about noticing that change?
Yeah, she asked if I wanted to go clothes shopping, but I told her I wasn't interested.
How drastic of a weight loss have you had in the past 3 months?
Like 40 pounds.
40 pounds in the past 3 months? Now, that is a very drastic weight loss, and how do you feel about that?
Fit.
Do you feel good then?
Yeah.
Good. Do you think you've been losing weight in a healthy way?
Exercise, so.
What have you been eating like you should?
One of the side effects makes you so you're not very hungry, so.
Okay. So because of the meth use, you've lost a drastic amount of weight in an unhealthy way, but you are happy with the results.
Yep.
So it sounds like you would be happy if you lost weight in a healthy way?
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe if you do quit the meth use as you would like to, I could help set you up with we have these free eating healthy, and you said that you don't like to exercise, so we can just look into healthy options that are also very delicious if you would be interested.
Like a diet?
No, not like a diet. I don't know how to describe it really, but we have these nutritionists at the agency that I work at, and they don't like to call them diets. They like to call them more lifestyle changes, but you still get to eat a good amount of calories. It's just healthy food, and most of the participants that they've found have lost a significant amount of weight, but they did it in a healthy way, if you would be interested in that.
Sounds good.
That would be beneficial because if you lose weight in an unhealthy way, then you could gain it back very rapidly, or your body could get a lot of negative side effects from that. So this way you would lose it in a healthy way if you would be interested.
Yep.
Okay. I can bring that information for us in our next meeting.
Okay.
But we're almost out of time for today, but I think that we covered a lot of really good information. We discussed your drug use and your feelings about it and how you think that it's time that you quit because you can't really afford it with your financial situation and it's just not healthy for you. And we discussed how you are interested in telling your mother, and I think it's a really big strength that you think that your mother will be understanding and will be willing to get your father to understand as well. So I think that's a really big strength that you do have those supports. For next time, I will bring in that information on the different rehabilitation centers to give you, and the information about the healthy lifestyle changes for you. And I would like you, if you feel comfortable, to try to talk to your mother before our next meeting. And then when we meet again next week, we can discuss how that went. Are you okay with that?
Yep. Thank you for your time.
Okay. Well, thank you. I'll see you in a week from now.